People like the matchup, myself and Anthony, because he's a bit bigger of a guy and I'm a big man.
It's a battle of two physical specimens. I'm pretty excited about it. I know he's a great athlete, so I'm ready to be put to the test and get in there and do this.
In terms of experience, I think I've got a little more experience. In terms of strength, I think I've got a significant advantage there. In terms of athleticism, as a national champion gymnast, internationally accredited strength and conditioning coach, I think I'm there.
I think it's going to be an explosive fight. Skill-wise, I got respect for him and everything, but I think I'm just skill-wise, I'm better. Stand up, I think I'll be able to take him out on the feet. He'll try to wrestle me down. I think my wrestling's better. If we get down to the ground, I think my jiu-jitsu is better, so I'm ready to go in there and handle it.
It will be fun, Someone's probably going to get a takedown. Someone's probably going to land some strikes. Someone's probably going to land some kicks. I intend to land takedowns, kicks, and strikes.
He's a tough guy. I'm a tough guy. This could be a 3-round war, but I don't like to go to the distance. I always look to finish the fights. Once that cage door closes, then it's game on.
I'm going to go to Kansas City, and I'm going to come on out of there. I'm going to put on a great show for the fans. And then I'm going to rip a backflip. And who doesn't like backflips?
It's going to be a hell of a fight. It's going to be super exciting. Like I said, from the get-go, it's going to be explosive. And I'm ready to get in there and handle business.
I'm sure that he thinks he's skilled. And I'm sure that he thinks he's strong. But if he thinks he'll win, I'm absolutely sure he's wrong.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you cut a promo. Coming up, it is Shaun Scott taking on Anthony Goldfield.
Can't see, let's get these guys fired up. Let's make some noise. Let's bring them out, Shaun Scott.
Coming to the cage by way of St. Louis, Missouri, it is Shaun Scott. Now, as Shaun said, he is a national champion gymnast and an internationally recognized strength and conditioning coach. And he's built.
He is shredded. I mean, both of these guys have impressive physiques, and they can both fight. This is going to be an excellent fight. I'm very curious as to which guy is going to have the athleticism and the strength advantage in this fight.
Because as you said, they are both very physically strong. Now, this camp for Shaun Scott was all about movement. He looks to fight more relaxed. Look for him to take this fight into deep water and keep the pressure there. Shaun Scott has amazing cardio for a big man.
100%. And I believe Shaun Scott, coming down from 185 when he was an amateur, I believe he was the Shamrock FC amateur 185 champ, is used to fighting bigger guys.
Let's bring out his opponent tonight, Anthony Goldfield!
Coming to the cage, it is Anthony Goldfield. Now, he sports a 1-0 professional record here. Coming to us by way of pound-for-pound boxing and American Jiu-Jitsu. Again, another physical specimen. You don't see guys like this a lot in the 170-pound division who are this built. Now, I would say that Shaun Scott is bigger than Anthony Goldfield.
They actually have different physiques. Shaun Scott's a little taller, a little leaner. Goldfield's a little more power lifter type physique.
Right. He is extremely strong on only his 5'8" frame. Now, the thing that gets me, though, is Shaun Scott has not stopped bouncing since he got into the cage. Now, let's go to our tail of the tape. Shaun Scott, 28 years old, 5'10", 169.8 pounds out of St. Louis, Missouri. Anthony Goldfield, 26 years old, 5'8", 170.9 pounds out of Oakland Park, Kansas.
Kansas City, we're talking about twisted steel and sex appeal tonight fighting out of the blue corner this evening. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighs in at 169.8 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri. Give it up for Shaun Scott! His opponent tonight, fighting from across the cage out of the red corner this evening. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighs in at 170.9 pounds. Fighting out of Overland Park, Kansas, Anthony Goldfield!
There is definitely no doubt who this crowd is behind here in Kansas City, Missouri for Anthony Goldfield. This fight is 3 5-minute rounds in the Shamrock FC welterweight division. Anthony Goldfield in the red tape, Shaun Scott in the blue.
You know, as we heard in our promo, Jeremy, both guys have respect for each other, but both guys definitely think they are the better, stronger fighter.
Big hands coming out of Goldfield. Scott came blitzing across. Again, Goldfield catches him.
Scott needs to keep his hands up and his chin down. Shaun Scott is not known for his kickboxing, but he is very tough.
Nice duck under, big takedown there coming out of Scott. Now,
good job by Scott, who timed the overhand right of Goldfield and got a very nice, easy takedown. But can Scott keep Goldfield on his back for the rest of this round?
Goldfield trying to get up and maintain that position, looking for that guillotine. This is a tough one to finish, though, with no legs.
And a lot of blood coming out of the nose of Scott. This is going to sound a little gross, but that's going to make it easier for Scott to pull his head out.
Yes, it will. Scott trying to take the back here of Goldfield. Goldfield's going to stand up with him now.
No hooks in, though. Scott did not have either hook in when he tried to take the back.
Not where he wants to be at the moment. Shaun Scott is going here into defensive mode. Goldfield trying to throw some big bombs, looking for that submission now, but nice reversal here out of Scott. Goldfield almost trying to work a rubber guard position.
And now Scott is passed in the half guard. You know, one thing you're not going to do is you're not going to break the will of Shaun Scott. He's a tough kid.
He has been in some wars. He's fought the likes of Sam Tamayo, which went the distance. He's fought the likes of Jason Christensen, a Bellator veteran. You are definitely not going to break down Shaun Scott.
What Shaun needs to do is Shaun needs to get the underhook, and he does not have the under. He's looking for an arm triangle right now. He needs the underhook on the right side. With Shaun Scott's right arm, he's getting an underhook so Goldfield can't slip out the back.
Scott trying to posture up here, force some ground and pound. A lot of top pressure here now coming out of Shaun Scott. But I'm banking that if Goldfield can get in position, he could probably bench press Shaun Scott off.
Scott looking to pass in the mount.
Takes the back of Goldfield.
Now
gets his
both
hooks in.
are in. This is a much better. He needs to flatten Goldfield out. Shaun Scott is high on the back. He wants to get a little bit more towards the butt of Goldfield, and he can flatten him out.
Try to push those hips down. Shaun Scott coming out of his own gym, Scott Health and Fitness, along with JD's Gym and the Danger Room, trying to finish this fight here against hometown hero. 2 minutes remaining here in round one. Goldfield almost trying to work his way to the cage to maybe attempt to push off.
Scott hasn't once attempted to get a rear naked choke, so Goldfield doesn't seem to be worried about getting choked. Scott is just punching.
Goldfield almost needs to kind of stand and shake him off the front because he's so high.
Yeah, if Goldfield extended his legs and tried to push back, Scott might fall off.
Mike England right on top of the action here. Now he's starting to flatten Goldfield down.
Yeah, holding all of Shaun Scott's weight on his back for a full minute and a half.
Now he's got him flattened, but Goldfield able to push his way back up.
Goldfield doing a good job of surviving. Scott really hasn't put him in a ton of danger from this very advanced position.
Kansas City, 1 minute.
Goldfield is just covering up here, but the punches of Scott aren't
Now
enough.
Scott's reaching for the choke.
1 minute here, down to 50 seconds.
He's got it. He's got it.
Big win there coming out of Shaun Scott, finishing by submission.
Shaun Scott gonna do his backflip.
Everybody better watch out. What a way to finish that fight. Here comes his brother, Derek, who is just as athletic as he is.
Yeah, generally they do backflips together in the cage.
As we go to our Olathe Toyota instant replay here, we see Shaun Scott has the back of Goldfield, starts hammering down the position, then starts to work for that choke.
Yeah, what Shaun did, he knew he had plenty of time. He softened Goldfield up with tons of little shots, then slips the arm under the neck, gets a very nice rear naked choke finish.
Again, a ton of power there from Shaun Scott, able to keep him down. Both of the brothers there ripping the backflips now. Those boys are excited.
They're pumped. This is a big win for Shaun Scott.
Absolutely, he came into enemy territory tonight.
Always the entertainer, Shaun Scott.
The thing I love about Shaun Scott, though, is he is a legit pacifist in his day-to-day life, but fights like a demon. What a fight, so let's send it up to the cage to Stephen Bear to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee stops this contest 4 minutes and 10 seconds into round number 1. Your winner by tap out due to rear naked choke out of the blue corner, Shaun Scott!
Definitely, as you said, Kevin, Shaun Scott, the consummate entertainer, took care of business tonight in the hometown of Anthony Goldfield. A lot of action still to come. Is coming up next, it is Kevin Woldkamp. He'll be taking on Jeff Carpenter here at Shamrock FC 298, and we'll be right back right after this.